Archangel Michael says, something beyond your view has been watching you more intently than you ever imagined. A shadow moves behind every post you share, behind every picture, every story. Someone you never gave permission to enter your world has now taken it upon themselves to inspect every detail of your presence. You didn't notice at first. You thought it was just a passing curiosity from a stranger. But this energy isn't random, it's focused, it's consistent, it's unsettling. This isn't just any person. It's the new partner of your ex, someone who now holds their heart but feels they don't hold it completely. They've started to study you, not to admire you, but to compare. To question. To try and understand why your name still sits heavy in the silence of their home. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They feel threatened by the way your name lights up a room, even when you're not present. They feel shaken when your laughter echoes in old memories they were never part of. They've scrolled back to your oldest posts, reading captions like sacred text. They've replayed your voice messages left for someone who no longer deserves them. They've enlarged your pictures, zoomed in on your eyes, trying to find the secret ingredient in your glow. But what they can't replicate is your essence. They're watching your light, but they don't realize your light came from darkness survived. They only see the sparkle but never the battles. They want the crown without the storms that made you queen. Type Amen to get blessing 439. Archangel Michael says, this person thought they won. They thought by entering your ex's life, they erased you. But the heart doesn't follow contracts, it follows vibration, frequency, truth. Your ex may not say it aloud, but something in them remains tethered to your spirit. And that's the part the new partner cannot understand. That's the part they're trying to destroy by obsessively watching you. They check who comments on your posts, who reacts to your stories, who mentions your name. They dissect every interaction like detectives, thinking they'll find closure through your movements. But they never will, because their war isn't with you, it's with themselves. They want to wear your confidence like borrowed clothes. But energy doesn't lie. Even if they wear the same shade of lipstick, they will never carry the same soul. Type Amen to get blessing 662. The reason they are so invested in your every move is because they see what your ex felt. They feel the residue of love not erased, only replaced. And that threatens them more than silence. They might be smiling in public, but at night they are scrolling in fear. They wonder if you'll post something that will pull your ex back into your orbit. They fear your strength, your growth, your calmness. You're not trying to take anyone back. You've moved forward with grace. But even your healing is a threat to someone who lives in comparison. You might notice strange profiles viewing your stories. You might feel watched when you post, a sudden chill. You're not imagining it. Type Amen to get blessing 509. Archangel Michael says, your light has awakened something inside them, not admiration, but envy. They want what you have, but they don't want to do what you've done to become who you are. They don't understand that your beauty isn't just your face, it's your spirit. Your grace, your silence, your ability to still love even when broken. These things they cannot imitate. They don't understand why you don't lash out. Why you don't compete. Why you walk as if crowned by divine hands. That calmness you carry is what haunts them. They want to be praised the way your presence gets praised. They want to be desired the way your ex once desired you. They are fighting ghosts and memories, and your name keeps floating in both. Type Amen to get blessing 828. They try to mirror your moves. You post a quote, they post one. You wear something bold, they do too. But imitation cannot birth authenticity. They are consumed, and the obsession is growing. They even dream about you now. You've entered their mind space, uninvited, yet unforgettable. Not because you're trying to make an appearance, but because you left an imprint that cannot be washed away. Your past love still echoes, and that echo rattles the comfort they pretend to live in. They fear your comeback. Not necessarily as a partner, but as a person who outshines everything they attempt to be. They want your silence, because your presence speaks too loud. Type Amen to get blessing 994. Archangel Michael says, don't give in to the distraction. You weren't born to fight shadows. You were born to rise, to shine, to be noticed not for drama, but for divine alignment. Let them watch. Let them stalk. Let them wonder. You owe no explanations for your healing. Your energy is your protection. And though their eyes may be on you, they cannot touch the protection circling your soul. What they feel is their own unraveling, not your doing. You've done the work. You've cried the tears. You've survived the nights they never saw. And now, your glow is the reward they are trying to reverse. Type Amen to get blessing 717. This person is researching you like a subject. Trying to collect enough data to make sense of why you're still a presence. They won't say your name out loud, but they feel it, in every fight, in every silence, in every insecurity. Even your silence screams to them. Even your joy bothers them. Even your peace feels like a rebellion. They've tried to copy your softness, but their soul stiffens in insecurity. They tried to match your mystery, but all they hold is masks. You are real, and that's what makes you rare. They stalk your moves, but you are no longer where you were. You have leveled up. You have grown. Type Amen to get blessing 552. They think watching you will give them the answers. But all it gives is comparison. And comparison is the thief of peace. You were never in competition. But they created one in their head. And it is draining them from within. You post something uplifting, they feel insulted. You share your happiness, they feel shaken. Because every light of yours exposes their shadow. You didn't ask for this attention, but you've earned it, not because of fame, but because of spiritual gravity. You pull hearts not by trying, but by being. Type Amen to get blessing 381. Archangel Michael says, their surveillance won't stop your breakthrough. If anything, it confirms your power. No one stalks the forgotten, they stalk the unforgettable. Keep walking in grace. Don't dim your shine. They will try to provoke you, pull you into online games, bait you with fake profiles. Don't engage. They want a reaction to prove their fear right, that you're still attached. But you've outgrown the story. You've walked past the ending. They feel your name ringing in their home like a bell they can't silence. And it haunts them not because you speak, but because your silence is stronger than noise. Type Amen to get blessing 676. You may receive strange energy online. Block it. Don't give it room. You are not meant to fight everyone who tries to provoke you. Let your growth speak. Let your progress sting. Let your silence confuse them. Your ex may feel regret, but that's not your weight to carry anymore. They may have realized too late, but that's not your story to pause for. Walk away, stay graceful. Let your blessings be the loudest response. Because the more they watch, the more they'll realize, your light cannot be dimmed, only feared. Type Amen to get blessing 747. Archangel Michael says, their obsession will eventually consume them. Let it. You are protected. You are chosen. You did not return their hate with hate. You moved forward with quiet dignity. That is why they tremble. You didn't have to say a word. You didn't need revenge. Your glow became your shield. Every time they stalk you, they are witnessing the version of you they'll never reach. That's their punishment, not being blocked, but being ignored. They'll eventually wear themselves down, exhausted by trying to understand a light they were never designed to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Let your spirit rest easy tonight. Know this battle is not yours. You are not the problem, you are the proof that light remains untouched by imitation. You are not haunted by the past is haunted by what it lost. And the one holding on to your shadow now feels that weight. Let them watch you win. Let them watch you grow. And when they look again, let them be blinded by the brilliance of your becoming. Your peace is your protection. Your growth is your revenge. And your silence, that's your loudest roar. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They may continue to scroll through your life, hoping to find a flaw. They're desperate for a mistake, a crack, a wound that proves you're not as whole as you seem. But you've already bled. You've already healed. And what they're seeing now is a soul reborn. You are not the same person your ex once knew. You've leveled up in silence. You've transformed in secret. And what they're witnessing through their screen is the version of you that no longer needs validation. They're haunted not by your photos but by your resilience. They want to know how you're still standing, still smiling, still rising. But the truth is, you were always meant to rise. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, they fear that your presence alone could bring back memories that should have faded. But memories don't fade when they're attached to real love. Your ex still carries pieces of your energy, fragments that even time couldn't erase. They can feel the distance even in their togetherness. They can sense the gap, the silence between them, where your name still echoes. And the new partner is now sensing it too. That's why they're stalking your stories, reading your captions like they're encrypted codes. Trying to understand the rhythm of your voice, your style, your essence. But your energy can't be downloaded or mimicked. You were not just a chapter in someone's story, you were a whole book that they stopped reading halfway. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Now, this person who shares their nights and hears their dreams knows there's a ghost, and it's not dead. It's you, alive and glowing, walking forward without ever needing to look back. They tried everything to delete your presence. But presence isn't a post. Presence is energy. And yours still lingers in rooms you no longer enter. They're terrified you might return. Not physically, but vibrationally. They fear your light will remind your ex of what they let go. And that fear is what fuels their obsession. They refresh your profile more than their own. They analyze your clothes, your hair, your energy. But no matter how hard they try, they can't become you. Type Amen to get blessing 577. Even if they try to love your ex harder, louder, more publicly, they still feel they're losing. Not because you're fighting back, but because you're not fighting at all. You're walking in alignment. You're attracting blessings. You're healing, evolving, living. That alone threatens them more than any direct confrontation ever could. They may try to make you feel watched, but don't be afraid. Being watched means you hold power. It means you left an impression so deep that even distance couldn't erase it. They wish they had what you carry. But what you carry was earned, not gifted. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Archangel Michael says, don't give in to fear. You are not the one chasing. You are not the one seeking. You are the one radiating. You are not competing. Because queens don't compete with court jesters. They sit on thrones built from battles they've overcome. Let them study your steps. Let them mimic your words. But remember, what's real cannot be recreated. Their obsession will not hurt you, it will only show the world what you already knew: your presence is unforgettable. Your essence, untouchable. And your silence? It speaks louder than their shouts. Type Amen to get blessing 121. They're hoping you'll react. Hoping you'll post something that hints you still care. But your silence is your strategy. You're not ignoring them, you're rising above them. They want drama. You chose peace. They want a rivalry. You chose release. That's why they're stuck watching. Watching someone they hoped to erase. Watching someone they now realize can't be replaced. Your existence is a mirror, and when they look into it, they see their own insecurity. Your confidence, your healing, your beauty, it's everything they feel they lack. Let them keep watching. Let them see what real growth looks like. Type Amen to get blessing 931. You don't need to prove anything. Every step you take in your truth proves more than any post ever could. You're being guided, protected, elevated. The more they watch, the more they realize you are beyond reach. Not because you're unreachable, but because you stopped looking back. Your focus is forward. Your blessings are multiplying. Your glow is natural, not performed. They've become a prisoner of comparison. And comparison is the slowest form of self-destruction. You didn't ask for this attention. But their obsession is the proof of your power. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Archangel Michael says, your light was always going to trigger unhealed people. Your peace was always going to disturb those who seek chaos. But that's not your concern. You weren't born to shrink. You weren't designed to hide. Your spirit was made to expand. Their stalking is a cry for help, not from you, but from within themselves. But you cannot fix what you didn't break. Stay in your lane. Stay in your truth. Stay glowing. Their envy is not your energy to absorb. Let it pass. Let it dissolve. Let it be theirs to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 234. Don't be tempted to post in defense. Don't engage in silent wars through captions and comments. The higher path is your revenge. You are being elevated because you chose not to engage in petty battles. And every time they watch you rise, they will feel the weight of what they lack. Let your blessings be loud. Let your winds be gentle. Let your silence be powerful. Because what's coming for you is far greater than what's been lost. You didn't lose anything, you were freed. They are watching the one that got away. And they know it. Deep down, they know it. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. Your ex may never admit it out loud. But when they look at their new partner, they remember your eyes. When they hear laughter, they search for your tone. When they lay still, it's your voice that echoes. And the new partner knows this. Feels this. That's why they're watching. But you are not responsible for their wounds. You are not a competitor. You are a survivor of something that was never meant to hold you. Let them play games. You play purpose. Let them scroll. You ascend. Type Amen to get blessing 345. Archangel Michael says, there are bigger doors waiting to open for you. Bigger than this distraction. Bigger than their insecurity. Your glow has more to do with your destiny than your past. And that's why they can't handle it. They thought they'd won. But what they caught was a reflection, not the source. And as they try to keep your shadow away, your light keeps leaking through. You were never meant to be forgotten. You were never meant to be replaced. You were meant to rise, and that's exactly what you're doing. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The watching will continue. But so will your blessings. They'll refresh your page, while you refresh your soul. They'll zoom in on your face, while you zoom into your future. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them ache. Because the truth is, your story didn't end when they closed the book. It began. And now, every chapter is a light they cannot put out. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They thought their chapter with your ex had erased your pages. But what they didn't realize is, you were not a chapter. You were the whole book. And they are stuck trying to understand the plot from the outside. Your ex still carries fragments of you they can't explain. Certain songs still sting. Certain places still feel hollow. And your name, even unspoken, still causes a pause. This silence is powerful. It's not quiet, it's divine. And the more they watch, the more they feel it. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Archangel Michael says, you are divinely hidden yet visibly radiant. You don't speak of the past, yet it echoes in your growth. You don't seek attention, yet you draw eyes. That's the difference. They're trying so hard to be noticed. You, on the other hand, became unforgettable without effort. They crafted pictures to show happiness. You healed silently in darkness. And that contrast? That's what makes them press refresh over and over. They don't know who you are now, but they're afraid. Because if the past version of you could be so magnetic, the new version must be unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 464. They compare smiles, but yours comes from peace. Theirs comes from possession. And possession does not equal security. They try to hold tighter, hoping the weight of your ex's presence in their life will erase the past. But love isn't erased. It's transformed. Or it lingers. And when it lingers, it haunts. They see your silence as strategy. But to you, it's just detachment. They think you're watching them, but you're far too busy watching your own path. Let them keep watching. They're not watching you, they're watching what they could never become. Type Amen to get blessing 544. Archangel Michael says, don't curse the attention. It's a sign of arrival. They do not stalk the invisible. They stalk the shining. Their eyes on you is confirmation that your presence still holds power. Their whispers behind screens confirm the strength of your silence. They check if you've moved on. They want to see you broken. They hope you post sadness. But all they see is strength. And that stings more than anything. You do not post pain. You radiate healing. You do not perform joy. You embody it. That's why they fear you. Type Amen to get blessing 353. They're losing themselves trying to figure out your formula. But your formula is not found in filters or captions. Your formula is found in surrender, suffering, and sacred survival. You've cried in silence and laughed with gratitude. You've let go without bitterness. That's what they can't copy. They want your light without walking through your darkness. They want your glow without facing their shadows. But energy doesn't lie. And that's why, no matter how hard they try, their spirit feels shaky when they scroll past your face. They feel it, your authenticity. And it terrifies them. Type Amen to get blessing 878. They will create fake accounts. They will snoop through friends' pages. They will do everything except focus on their own journey. Because deep inside, they know, the real competition is not with you. It's with the version of themselves they can't reach. They aren't stalking you because you're the past. They're stalking you because you've become what they can't fabricate. You, in your calmness. You, in your growth. You, in your light. They feel invisible standing next to the idea of you. That's why they keep trying to decode your every move. Type Amen to get blessing 191. Archangel Michael says, don't be distracted by their curiosity. Don't let it dim you. You were not born to perform for stalkers. You were born to shine for destiny. Your life is entering another season, one that cannot be stalked, only surrendered to. Your next glow-up will be untouchable. They may try to curse you with jealousy. But every eye on you is fuel for the angels assigned to your protection. Let them watch. Let them ache. Let them wish. They will realize soon, the light they try to copy has always come from heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Your peace is louder than any confrontation. You don't have to explain who you are. Your energy has already done it for you. They check to see if you're doing better. They wonder if you're still alone. They hope you're still hurting. But you're not. You've healed in ways they can't see. That's why they obsess. Because you didn't break. You bloomed. And blooming in silence is the loudest sound a jealous heart can hear. Type Amen to get blessing 345. You are protected. You are covered. Their obsession can't harm you, it only reveals who you are. You are peace wrapped in a soul that survived the fire. And what they see isn't just beauty, they see evidence that heartbreak didn't win. You are what remains when fake love falls away. You are what's real. They can't erase your name from your ex's past. They can't compete with the glow of someone who found peace. They're not stalking you, they're grieving what they can never become. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says, rise anyway. Post that picture. Smile in that light. Live boldly. Because your life is not a performance, it's a promise. A divine promise that pain does not destroy, it transforms. Let them linger on your page. Let them refresh until their fingers ache. It still won't bring them closer to the peace you have. You are not shaken. You are not provoked. You are not watching them, because what's ahead of you is too bright to look back. The only person watching you should be heaven. And heaven is smiling right now. Type Amen to get blessing 1000.